Well, better late than never. Or should I say, better late than Neves? That would make more sense if this was a Wolves save. Hello, I'm Mr. Grand2 and welcome to some Football Manager 20 action with Chelsea here on the channel. A bit later than the competent creators, but it would be a disservice to the channel if there was any sort of competence at all. So when the beta launched last week, it wouldn't run on my rubbish low-spec laptop. Luckily, I was already getting a proper, actually good desktop, so it wasn't going to be too bad. That was supposed to arrive today. Unfortunately, it now won't be due to the total incompetence of iPostparcels.com. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. Luckily though, the good folks at Sports Interactive have managed to patch the game so it now runs on low-grade machines like this. So it's time to start things up, and we'll transfer over to the actually good computer when it actually is here. With that in mind, as you can see, we're only loading England now. Terrible performance incoming, but we'll add in other leagues later. We'll have to make do with this for now. As we are managing Chelsea, I've also disabled first window transfer budgets because, well, if we can't buy anyone, why should anyone else? Anyway, as you've worked out, because I've said it several times and you saw the thumbnail, we're managing Chelsea, the team I support and a team undergoing a very interesting period. Obviously Chelsea have enjoyed massive success since Roman Abramovich took over back in 2003, but it has been a time of boom and bust as well, winning the league one year then finishing 10th the next or whatever. It is a club crying out for a bit of stability after constant managerial upheaval, and with the new features in the game this year, that's something we're hopefully going to do. Hopefully in real life that will come in the tenure of club legend Frank Lampard. Certainly seems pretty good so far, and we are going to essentially substitute ourselves in for Frank here. The other thing the club definitely needed was to stop neglecting the massively promising youth academy players, especially after seeing the departure of graduates and young signings like Nathan Ake, Mohamed Salah and Kevin De Bruyne, only for them to excel at other Premier League clubs. Frank's certainly doing that, and we'll be doing likewise. The transfer ban this season, of course, somewhat forces that, but I think all Chelsea fans would agree it's been a blessing in disguise. Going further forwards, it'll be interesting to see if Roman Abramovich sells the club, both in real life and in our save. He is currently, I believe, banned from living in the UK due to his links to the Russian government. Similarly, the continued attempts to build a new stadium have shown no signs of meaningful progress despite ever-increasing need. We are starting in the beta, but my plan is to run this for a while, at least once we get a computer that will actually be able to do that. Oh, and I guess Eden Hazard left in the summer. On good terms though, which is nice, and I think we'll be okay without him. This is Chelsea Challenge, and this is why we need a new computer. And so here we are. I love the new introduction boardroom thing, much better than the old thing, which just sort of shoves you straight in the game. £130,000 a week, that would be absolutely lovely. We are the new manager of Chelsea. We've raised some eyebrows. We're only 31 years old. I'm not actually 31 years old, but I've raised my age a little bit just to make it slightly more realistic. That's how I look. I look like I'm here on work experience. So Marine is welcoming us here. I should say as well, I'm not going to put face packs and badge packs on until we get the new computer, just because it's just going to be kind of a waste of time to download it all on one and then download it again on another. So we're going to go with the regular core game for the time being. Media prediction is third, which I think is, well, I'd say it's quite generous, although I suppose looking at real life, given how bad Spurs, Man United and Arsenal have been, maybe not out of the question. Petr Cech's technical director, love to see him back at the club. Jody Morris, of course, is our assistant manager. Club history, well, it's a very rich history. We've won basically everything. Not the Club World Cup, but we've won everything else at least a few times. And, of course, that one Champions League. But very, very good. So Stamford Bridge, built in 1877, 41,000 capacity. We need to deal with that. Cobham, though, is state-of-the-art. Club background. Well, I don't need to go through this. I know all about it. Well, we've got a job on our hands, but it's going to be very interesting. So team report, current best 11, allegedly. We've got Kepa in goal, Christensen, Rudiger at the back, Aspilicueta and Alonso, Kovacic and Kante. Definitely don't agree with that one. Hudson-Odoi and Pedro. Okay. Loftus-Cheek and then Giroud apparently is our best striker. Yeah. Transfer obligations, we will be getting a big chunk of cash for selling Alvaro Morata. Not sure how we managed to do that. Quite a few players out on loan. It wouldn't be Chelsea if they weren't. Moses Rahman, Piazon, Blackman, Drinkwater, Zappacosta, Bakayoko, Pasalic, who's never actually played for us at all, despite scoring in the Champions League the other night, and loads of other players as well. I mean, it's Chelsea. What do you expect? Of course, we have players out on loan. We'll go through the squad in more detail later on in the video. I think we're also going to play the under-23 friendly because, I mean, why not? We can't sign from anywhere else. But let's have a look at the club vision then. Big new feature this year. We're definitely required to play attacking football. Well, of course we will. Absolutely going to be doing that. Possession football as well they want us to do. I mean, that's just going to be the style that we play. Of course it is. We're not a Tony Pulis side. Sign players under the age of 22. Yeah, I think, we can certainly do that. I'd like it to maybe be 24, but I think that should be fine. Develop players using the club's youth system. It's only favoured. Those are both only favoured, but I think we'll definitely going to be trying to do that. Entertaining football, high reputation players will certainly try. Looking forward to a 5-year plan. Sign young players to develop for profit. I'm glad that's in there. That is the definitive Chelsea model. I think we'll definitely be doing that. Maximum 1-year contract for players over the age of 30. That's really interesting. I really like the fact that those two things are in there because they are, of course, real life Chelsea policies. And I think for other saves that I'm planning on doing at some point, where you can only sign British players, for example, it would be good to either get a club that wants that already or sort of edit that to be the club vision, which is going to be, it's a really nice way to do saves this year. And other things we need to do as well in terms of this season, we need to qualify for the Champions League. That's the minimum expectation is required. We need to reach the Champions League quarterfinals as well, which is going to be, I think, pushing it. They want us to reach the FA Cup final as well. Okay. We've got a 2-year contract for the time being, although we could get a sack before then. We need to challenge for silverware next year, or we'll be in danger, and challenge for the league in our 3rd season if we get that far. And indeed, season 5, they want us to win the Premier League. Well, I certainly hope if we make it that far, we'll be able to do that. So, yes, we're going to schedule a press conference. Yes, we'll do the inter-squad friendly because I want to see what the under-23s can do. And we'll have the backroom advice report, of course. Why not? So, welcome to Chelsea. Thanks, Chloe, for the introduction. Nice to meet you. Eyebrows have been raised, apparently, by our appointment. We've spent time away from club football. What? I like to think we've just kind of... we are Frank Lampard, a younger Frank Lampard in many ways. Obviously, transfer embargo is in place. We can't sign any players until Saturday, the 1st of February. Well, okay, so at the end of the January window. That's what that means. So we can sign players after that, but obviously they can't be registered until the end of the season anyway. So there we go. I'm not going to go through the inductions. I don't know what I'm doing tactically. I have got a vague idea, but yeah. Okay, club vision and expectation meeting. I think we're gonna just accept it. I'm pretty happy with it as it is. I'm fine with that. I think we're gonna because these are sort of favoured and not sort of massively expected. I think I'm fine with that one. Thank you very much. It'd be nice if we could get some female regen faces in the game, wouldn't it? We've got 2 female staff members there who are not real in my PA and my player leader, whatever it was, the other one, and they'd have faces. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, if they could do that? So, pre-season report from Jodie Morris. Thank you very much. Fitness report. Who's currently injured? A lot of our good young players: Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Reece James, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. That's a good place to start with. Then let's have a look and see how long they're out for. So, Marco van Ginkel, who everyone just sort of forgets he even exists, he's out for 7 months. Loftus-Cheek is out for 5 months. That is an issue. Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi out for 3 months as well. But we should be able to survive without them, you would think. So obviously we have lost Eden Hazard and we have brought in Mateo Kovacic. In fact, let's just have a quick look at the transfers before we look at the squad, because there's a lot of some of the sort of fringe players that I kind of didn't know they'd gone. Obviously we brought in Kovacic. But yeah, Kylian Hazard's gone, the other Hazard. Ola Aina went for 9 million. Of course, David Luiz, another big departure. Gary Cahill as well. A lot of experience going out of the squad. We're going with youth. We've lost some good youth players though, like Marcin Bolka, and Jadis Silva as well went on a permanent deal this time. Of course, dozens of players out on loan as well. But let's look at the squad. Then we'll have just play around with some tactics. I've got a few ideas, and then we're going to play the under 23s in the in the sort of friendly training match, and yeah, that'll be it. So this is the squad then. I need to sort out my squad views at some point, but in terms of potential, we've got Christian Pulisic, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Fikayo Tomori. I want to have a look at Tomori because he wasn't particularly good last year. I'm assuming because of his real life emergence, he's been given a massive boost. Certainly has. Looks absolutely brilliant. And he's only 21 as well, so huge amounts of potential there. Kante, of course, is going to be an absolutely key player for us. Who is our lowest in terms of potential? It's all these guys that are out on loan. Willy Caballero, perhaps unsurprisingly, he's been around for a while towards the end of his career. Marcus Alonso as well, another player that we probably will look to replace next summer, but we're kind of stuck with him for this season. I think overall we have a pretty decent squad in terms of coverage. Definitely some areas to improve on. We've got some really good players. I'll get rid of all these loan players at some point, and I'm going to sort out my squad view as well, because this doesn't really tell me things I want, like age and things like that. Let's have a quick look in the development centre, because of course we are required to use our youth academy, and Chelsea have always had a really good youth academy system. And I think I want to be in charge of loans, because I don't want to see players that I might want to use going out on loan. So currently first team candidates, Ethan Ampadu, of course another highly rated player. He's out on loan at RB Leipzig. He's the highest rated prospect in the under-23s at the moment. Let's have a look at the under-23 squad. We'll sort that by potential as well. So obviously Ampadu there. Billy Gilmore though, very high potential player. Could potentially play. He has played a couple of games for Chelsea this season. Ian Marston and Duran as well. It'll be interesting to see how these guys develop. So many players on offer. Under 18s, I haven't played with Chelsea this year, so it'll be interesting to see who is coming through in the under 18s who wasn't in last year's game. Miles Pert Harris, attacking midfielder, looks got some decent attributes on him there. Highest rated prospect, although he is only 4 stars. We'll have to see how he goes. So tactically then, some recommended ones: fluid counter-attack, tiki-taka, vertical tiki-taka. I think I'm going to go with the vertical tiki-taka. I do think it suits the kind of players that we've got. And they're recommending a 4-1-4-1, which is definitely something I'd like to use as one of our systems. It's not the main system. I think we definitely are going to use a 4-2-3-1, given the players that we've got. I think this is definitely going to be a good kind of system to use against more sort of dangerous opponents, Man City's and Liverpool's, sides like that. And I'm kind of pretty much happy with the player roles there as is, although I'm going to probably, as it is going to be our more defensive tactic, I'm going to move the wing backs a little bit so that Aspilicueta will be on defend, and I think potentially, we'll leave this for now. This is a good option to have, but I think what I'd like to do, I'm going to load it in. It's called Custom Gegenpress. It's not anything to do with Gegenpressing at all. It's an adapted version of vertical tiki-taka that I will, I think, rename at some point. But I think this is what I'd probably like to go with. Might tweak the winger roles around a little bit. Might tweak the forward roles around a little bit. And again, I'm going to change this. So I would like Aspilicueta to be a bit more defensive, whereas we're going to have Alonso be a bit more attacking. We'll sort of see how this goes and how this develops, but this is sort of how I see us playing. I'm going to shove in players into sort of a first choice 11 regardless of fitness at this point. This is definitely going to be our midfield, Kante and Jorginho. I think they have a really, really good balance. Let's just go all over the place. Striker, Tammy's definitely going to be the one we're going to go with, although he's not as highly rated as the other two, according to our coaches. Now, I think clearly he would be. Complete forward might not be necessarily what we need from advanced forward. I think advanced forward kind of gets a little bit too far forwards. We're going to stick with complete forward for now. Obviously, we can change that. Attacking midfield, we're definitely going to be using young Mason Mount. Again, coaches don't recommend him as highly as they do someone like Ross Barkley, but I think really Ross Barkley's not very good. He really isn't very good. On the left, then we're going to have, well, again, it's not necessarily going to be an inverted winger. I'm going to put Callum Hudson-Odoi there for now, and then we're going to have Christian Pulisic on the right. This is just sort of, I guess, an ideal. The roles can change. The personnel's going to change based on, obviously, who's here. Hudson-Odoi is not going to be playing for quite a while. Obviously, right back is going to be Cesar Azpilicueta. Left back, this is a difficult one because, yeah, I'm going to go with Emerson. I do think he's just sort of slightly better defensively than Marcos Alonso. Centre back, we do have 4 really good centre backs. Again, very, very similar level. Antonio Rudiger, probably the best one, but he is quite injury prone. Obviously, he's had a lot of injury troubles this season. I think we'll put him in there. And you know what? I think we'll put Fikayo Tomori in there because I think he's earned the chance. He's earned the chance. He is a natural as a ball-playing defender. I don't mind having 2 ball-playing defenders. I think that shouldn't be too bad with the quality of players that we've got. And then, of course, Kepa is going to be in goal. He is a very good goalkeeper, even if he does sometimes like to not be substituted. I mean, we don't have everyone available, but Jody Morris is recommending we select Kante on the right of midfield. Might need a new assistant manager at some point. Obviously, we can't sign any players because of the transfer ban, which is good because it means I don't have to spend time looking for players. But you know, it's a little bit of a shame to not snap up any first early season bargains. We'll worry about that next summer. Anyway, code of conduct. I really like this feature. Just sort of streamlines fining a lot better. See, yeah, why there's generic male staff member faces. Why not female? Sort it out, SI, please. So I'm going to be quite strict for some of these things. I think missing training is not really forgivable. So going to go pretty harsh there. Going AWOL again. No, you don't get chances for that. If you don't turn up, you're getting fined 2 weeks' wages. Multiple booking ban. I think that's quite harsh because it's not anything you've done really wrong. Warning to start with. Then I think 1 day, and then, yeah, probably we'll even go half a week and then 1 week, because I don't think that's anything necessarily intentional. These ones, though, being sent off, again, I'll let you off with a warning for the first one, but then half a week wages, then 1 week, and then 2 weeks if you do it 4 times. Straight red card, though, yeah, not good, not good. I'm going to go straight in 1 week, and then 2 weeks after that. You can't, in my eyes, get a straight red. It's not good enough. It's silly. You shouldn't do it. You're going to get fined if that happens. Let's see what the team think of that one. I haven't sorted out my staff responsibilities yet. Jody Morris informing me that we've approached Craig Shakespeare, I guess, to be our assistant manager. So Jody's been told to tell me that we're replacing him. To be honest, Jody, I mean, you're obviously a Chelsea veteran, but Craig Shakespeare's just better. So if he wants to join us, I'm not going to argue with that one. I'm not going to argue with that one at all. I will tweak the staff responsibilities after this. But squad dynamics. Let's introduce ourselves to the squad. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm the new manager. They love it. Absolutely love it. We're not going to win the title this season. I think Champions League qualification, more ambition than qualifying for the Champions League. Ross Barkley, Kurt Zouma, and Antonio Rudiger think that we can win the league this season. Apparently, I think that's very silly. We're not going to win the league. Still don't think we're being ambitious. Well, I respect you if you don't agree with me. Here's the code of conduct. Okay, it's more lenient than the players were expecting. What? Azpilicueta's unhappy. Kante's unhappy with it. More lenient? I don't think that's really very true. What? Okay. What is a very split opinion. Okay. I think it's fine. You're all for. Oh dear. Oh, this is a good start, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Ross Barkley hates me. And yeah, everyone else is just sort of Kante doesn't like me, but he's just so lovable. Oh, well, that's not gone well, has it? Right, after that shambles, can we at least do the press conference properly? Can we do that? Hello, guys. Very excited. Can't wait to get stuck in. I've already ruined everything. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I dreamt of this moment for years. We've got great facilities. I love it. Yeah, my playing career was a huge success. Apparently, yes, I love attacking. I love attacking people, attacking team morale. Something I do. I hail from close by. That's true. I was born in London, so we'll pretend that makes a difference. Have you made any decisions regarding your backroom team? Well, apparently the board have. Apparently the board have. They're getting rid of my assistant manager already. It can't be an enviable task to follow in the footsteps of a legend like Frank Lampard. We are Frank Lampard, technically. How do you think you'll measure up to your predecessor? Well, he didn't actually. Well, he hasn't done anything, has he? He was never in charge. He was a true great, though. I love him. Does the squad have the necessary qualities to achieve the goals? Yeah, sure. We don't have a choice. We're stuck with it. Have you met the players yet? And if so, what is the mood in the camp? Everyone's very upbeat. What role can the supporters play? Yeah, they're just a great part, of course. How far can you take this club? We're going high. Just press the top option all the time. How hard do you expect to work with the players? Just work hard. Will you be looking towards the likes of Andreas Christensen as a focal point of your team now? Yes, he's tremendous. How long is this going on for? Will Cesar Azpilicueta remain the captain? Sure, why not? The players can come to me with anything, as long as it's not about code of conduct. And yeah, the Premier League's the biggest focus. Of course it is. Right, can we go now? Can we go? Right, let's play the under-23s. And let's get off to a winning start rather than an embarrassing one. Right, here we go. Chelsea under-23s. Lee Probert's been called in to referee this for some reason, even though it's just taking place on our training pitch. So that was what I was probably going to go with. Obviously, a lot of these players aren't here. So let's go with quick pick. See what that comes up with. Yeah, and he wants to put Kante on the right of midfield. Maybe it's not the worst idea that we're getting rid of him. Some greyed out players on the bench, always nice. I think I can't even pick from the under 23s really, can I? Because we're playing them. Didn't really think this through particularly. Okay, well I guess Kante's playing on the right of midfield. No, wait, no, we've got Marcus Alonso. He loves attacking. He hates defending. Can't stand it. So you can be on the left, mate, and we'll put Pedro on the right. We'll just change you to be a left winger. That's absolutely fine. Be a left winger. There you go. And yeah, there we go. Right, sorted. We'll experiment with these roles. I definitely do want one of the wingers to be attacking and one of them to be supporting. Whether we have the striker be supporting, I don't know. That might be something we end up doing. We'll see how it works. Like, I've tried this out a little bit on this year's game and last year's game. Kind of seems to work. We'll see. If it doesn't, we'll just have to go. We'll go back to the regular tiki-taka, and I'm going to have to rename this. And if not, we might have to find something online because I don't really know what I'm doing with tactics. Basically, my rule is going to be as soon as the board call us in and say you've got 5 games to save your job, I'm going to go on the SI forums or somewhere and we'll find a tactic from someone that knows what they're doing. Okay, so obviously we're not going to be playing in 3D. I don't want to play in 3D anyway, but we're certainly not playing in 3D until we have a better computer. I'm going to keep it as 2D. We're probably not even going to have replays because I really don't want to break it. So just regular for now. Right, Jody, do a team talk. You're probably going to lose your job soon, but could you inspire the troops? They love it, absolutely love it. And let's get into this then. Obviously, no opening highlight anymore. If we're on key highlights, I think I've made it slightly too fast. Put it down to that. And yeah, let's let the action commence. Obviously, it's a bit of a difficult one because we don't really have everyone we need available. Obviously the injuries, but also because a lot of players are still on holiday for some reason. And it's the under-23s coming forwards. Now remember, this would be embarrassing to lose this. Marcus Alonso wins the ball, gives it straight away though. It's still a bit too fast. We'll move it down after this. Chaos in the midfield though. Kante plays in Batshuayi. Pedro's on the ball. He has a clear sighted goal and he just shoots straight at Jamie Cumming, and the corner as well. Good to see, continuing from last year. We're going to slow it down a bit. Still a bit too slow. Doesn't look particularly great. I want everything as low as possible in terms of graphical settings at the moment. Given the fact that this time last week I couldn't even play the game, I don't want to now break it. Okay, Marcus Alonso on the ball. He's in that left wing position, doing relatively well so far. Batshuayi puts it in against the bar, and Pedro with a follow-up. Well saved by Jamie Cumming. We're dominating the chances so far, as you would hope, against our literal kids. Batshuayi with a free header, which he puts straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Coming forwards again, highlights are plenty, certainly looking very attacking so far. Emerson with the ball in, and there is Michy Batshuayi. I don't know how to say his name properly. Puts it away. Well, we have got replays on. Obviously didn't turn it off. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Doesn't look too bad. We will keep this for now then, if my computer's not immediately imploding. Emerson whips the ball in. Towering header from the Belgian up front there. Michy puts it away. Avoids kicking the ball into his own face this time. And we have got the lead against our brutal enemies, our own under-23 side. Can we get ourselves a second goal before the break? The U team haven't really offered anything, but they are on the ball now. Out to Aspilicueta though, puts a lovely ball over the top. Michy's on for a second, and well, he's offside, I think. Good job, because he missed. Well done, boys. Keep it up against the children. Beat the children. Show them who's boss. Don't beat the children, not literally. Just, I mean, in a football sense. Seriously, don't be too harsh. Second half should make some subs at some point, but we don't really have anyone else to bring on. Lovely ball from Christensen out to Pedro. Can he find a ball across? There was no one there, to be fair. Right, who haven't we seen? Big Willie comes in. Goal, of course. Kovacic is going to be a key player for us this year. We've not mentioned him yet, really. But he's going to be really, really solid. Can play in both midfield roles very well. Alan Allison. You're not real, are you? He's a greyed out player. Doesn't look awful, to be honest. I don't think we can register him, though, because he's... and we still have to register him. I don't think we can do that, but he can come on. Why not? Olivier Giroud up front. We'll bring on Kurt Zuma for the perennially unfit Antonio Rudiger. And we've got two... Look at these guys. Two other fake players. Who are you? Peter Grogan. Sounds like he's in some sort of band. I'm not bringing him on. Alonso's doing well. And then Courtney Moran. Generally, Courtney's a girl's name, but there are boys called Courtney. He actually looks quite good. He doesn't look too bad, He really doesn't. I think we might as well bring him on for Alonso, because why not? Okay, can we sign these fake players? Emerson on the left finds Ross Barkley. Out to Kovacic. Can he go for a long shot? He sprays it out to Allison, who doesn't even exist. He's holding the ball well, though. Puts the ball in. Ross Barkley, well, it wasn't a full assist for the lad. Wasn't far off, though. Allison, he's got something wrong with his head there. He's flashing. Pings the ball across. Moran, the other fake player, heads it on, and it comes down to Ross Barkley, who fires it away. And we're 2-0 up in this Clash of the Titans. I mean, obviously not really a particularly glowing test, but not been awful, this tactic. Not been awful. I'm sure some people beat their under-23s, 10-0, but I don't want to humiliate them. Because, they're the future. Kante, lovely passing here. Moran goes to the shot. Courtney Moran, brilliant goal. Especially for a man who does not even exist. Absolutely fantastic strike from him. I don't know. I don't think we can sign these guys, though. Because we're not allowed to register any players. I don't think we can sign anyone. Otherwise, we could have signed some frees in the summer. We can't. I don't think we can register these players unless they just sort of automatically stay here. I think they're going to get deleted. I mean, the third goal of the save by a man who probably will not be allowed to continue existing. That's very harsh, isn't it? Anyway, good performance. Dominant performance, lots of shots on target, good possession control. If we can keep that up against a team that isn't our own B team, we'll be laughing. Absolutely laughing. For a pre-season match, very good. I'm pleased. They're all thrilled. Hopefully they've forgotten about the the debacle of the code of conduct. I've just seen there as well, Manchester City have made a bid for Rugani. Does that mean, is that a staff member called Rugani? Or are they trying to buy Daniele Rugani? Daniele Rugani, who is at Zebra? What? Okay. Lots to unpack here. Yes, they have bid for him. 25 million, despite the fact that I definitely ticked disable first season transfer budget. So that clearly didn't work. Did I untick it? Did I forget to tick that? Did I tick something else? I don't know. Anyway, Zebra, they are Juventus, apparently. They don't have the rights to Serie A to the point that they don't have the rights to even call Juventus. Yeah, they just don't have the rights to Juventus. They must have gone to FIFA. Oh well. I will get the real names fixed because that is ridiculous. Well, there we are, a fine victory against our mortal enemies, our own youth team. And that's going to be where we end things off then. I would say I'd buy some players, but obviously we can't buy players. Apparently everyone else can buy players. Yeah, that I must not have ticked that box. Not great, is it? Not great. But, well, it adds an extra challenge. It adds an extra spice. I will see you in the next episode, hopefully. I will have survived pre-season if the computer can make it that far. Premier League, we're going to start things off. Well, we've got a double header to start things off. Premier League match of the season. First one against Burnley. We're at home. And then we got the Super Cup against Liverpool. Of course, we did, in real life, lose the Super Cup to Liverpool on penalties. So hopefully we can get ourselves a win in that one. Pretty decent start as well then with Aston Villa, Leicester. Then we have to play Liverpool though. So not too bad. Be interesting to see who we get in the Champions League. Maybe it will be Zebra. Are they called Zebra? Oh, they've been called Zebra because they got the black. Oh, that's ridiculous, isn't it? That's very ridiculous. Definitely going to get the real names fixed, even if nothing else. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you're excited for the new series, the new game. I know we're a little bit late. Thank you if you have subscribed, either in the meantime or you subscribed with last year's game. We will be going for a whole year of FM content this time. I appreciate any support that any of you have ever chosen to give. Really is. I'm not particularly professional at this. I'm never going to be professional, I don't think. I'm just doing it for fun. And the fact that as things stand, 27 people have clicked subscribe. That's pretty ridiculous. Even if it's not very many, it's pretty ridiculous considering I don't really know what I'm doing. So thank you very much. Leave a like, post a comment, whatever you want. And I'll see you next time.